Hey guys, what's up? So Perils in Paradise is out and I'm opening my pre-ordered bundle. So I hope I get new cards. Okay, fairly decent. Nah, actually, I don't think this is a good legendary. But yeah, let's check out the other packs. Okay, Rai Cleaver. Interesting card, but I don't think it's tier 1. Honestly, I'm not sure if I like these legendaries as well. So, it's not a super great pre-bundle. I don't think I can make tier 1 decks with this, but I'm sure I could have some fun. AFK, I think the worst legendary of the set. Okay, let's buy the Tavern Pass. Let's get the Tavern Pass for this season. Then let's create some decks. Alright guys, there are a lot of interesting decks, but I couldn't build stuff so with the packs I got, so I had to craft Lynessa, and I think Tourist Paladin, Lynessa Paladin is pretty decent. This I believe is Feno's list. I'm not sure if it's Feno's list, but it's one of the first Theorycraft lists. And basically you could OTK your opponent with Lynessa. So it's a very all-in kind of deck. And I've been winning a lot with this. I'm at Mega Dumpster Legend though. But it's pretty fun if you could pull the OTK off. So I think it's on the safe, fair, quote-unquote side of OTKs. Because you gotta survive, and that Lynessa's gotta survive. Or else you can't win the game at all anymore. And yes, you can win by hand. But there are matchups that I think are almost impossible to beat. Let's say you're against Reno or Control Warrior, where they have tons of armor. There's just no way you could win. Like, you can't OTK with Lynessa, and you can't aggro them out. So yeah, there are matchups that this deck is just dead. But yeah, against non-armor type decks, so the key here is to survive. Make sure your Lynessa survives. Hope it doesn't get disrupted like through Dirty Rat. And then, when you have the Lynessa and you're about to pop off, if your opponent is at 30 health, make sure you could do 15 points of damage with your spells. And they will be multiplied by 2. Because you have Lynessa. So pretty interesting deck. It is a challenge to play. I am facing an OTK deck as well. I think Elemental or Lamplighter Rogue is more broken than this Paladin, but I think we could do 30 damage faster than they could, if that makes any sense. In the late game, they could defeat Warrior. I've seen a clip. But yeah, try this deck out. I'm definitely not sleeping on this unless the meta has become warrior based, full of armor, and you just have no hope. But if your opponent stays at 30, it is pretty much possible. So here I am at Dumpster 9000s. Of course, there could be some cases if you know your opponent doesn't have heal, you could just pop off, then aggro them out. Like, that's a viable strategy if you know they can't heal. Although that guy had Cutlass, I don't know what this deck was. But yeah, there are many options. And yeah, just divide your opponent's current health by 2. Health plus armor by 2. And then if you think you could pop off with Lynessa, it's really great. I think one of the best cards this set is Grifta. I think people have said this is too unreliable or too memey. But I don't know, having a 1-drop, and especially since I'm using Lynessa, it's just a really good, you know, value card. If you get the one that deals 6 damage, that's 6 times 2, 12 damage for 1 mana. So yeah, definitely don't sleep on this deck. Out of all the decks, this is one of my favorites. I tried Lamplighter Rogue, but I've had more success with Paladin. Maybe in the hands of better pilots. In general, Lamplighter Rogue might be better, but for now, I'll try to tinker a bit with Paladin. And the fact that you have shooters, you have the new card, I forget the name, this one, the one with Death Rattle. You get your Lynessa out because it's your only 5-drop. It's your highest cost card. So comboing out with this deck becomes a bit more consistent. However, it might take you more turns. You might need to gather more coins. There are a lot of resources you need in order to do that OTK. That's why I think it's a fair deck. So don't sleep on this deck, guys. Try this out, and I'll try more decks. So yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me what decks I need to try. And I'll see you guys again next time.